Hi, just a quick message before we get to this week's Getaway Geese episode to say that I've just launched a second channel called A Life of Stew. So if you haven't caught that, it would be great if you could subscribe to help me get the channel off the ground. Thanks to those that have already done so. If you haven't, I'll put the link to the trailer video in the description and in the upper part of this screen. Thank you for your support. Right, let's get back to this week's video.
I'm dressed in a going out outfit for the next couple of days.
If there's a big one, get a big one.
For the tallest lighthouse in the world at that time.
Well, this location challenged us a little. Go on, get it! Oh. Is this channel 1?
Turn it over. Welcome to the channel. That's Harry, our campervan, and that's me, Jane, and here's Stu. And we love to share with you our van life adventures. With the doors open, it's a really perfect sunrise scene, and you have to make the most of this type of Parkup. On this trip we're using the onboard water tank, but we're only putting bottled water in.
If there's a big one, get a big one, but don't get 6 bottles again, alright?
And Stu's trying to keep Harry at least a little bit presentable.
A good stopover.
Thanks.
Lovely, 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 lovely. 10 out of 10.
We really enjoyed that Parkup. We're coming up to 5 years of having Harry now, and it's incredible how we started using the back more and more as a den. We had a great view outside, and last night for about half an hour the water came right up to the van from a safe distance, and we just sat and watched it for about half an hour. It was really good.
Yeah, it was nice because the tide came right up to within probably a couple of metres of the back door. High tide last night, which was around 11:30, I think it was.
Yeah. A quick stop off for provisions and we're soon back on the road. We're just going to have a look at the lighthouse that we saw yesterday. I'm dressed in a going out outfit for the next couple of days because we're desperately trying not to do another wash before we go home, so we're starting to drag everything out the cupboard now, and this is a dress I'd go out in, but it'll do for the next few days anyway, because at least the weather's nice and warm.
Done exactly what we did.
He's done exactly what we did. And as you can see, there's quite a few people parked here. This is on Park for night. He looked really young to be on the road, but maybe we are just getting older. Caqueret Lighthouse, also known as Pont de Barfleur, is still a working lighthouse. With strong currents and many shipwrecks at the tip of Barfleur, it necessitated building a lighthouse at the location. So in 1774, a cylindrical 25 metres, which is 82 feet, granite lighthouse with a stone rectangular main building was built. That's the smaller one on the left. But in 1825 an upgrade of the lens was planned, requiring raising the tower an additional 32 metres or 105 feet. Thus the architect Charles Felix Maurice de la Rue drew plans up for the tallest lighthouse in the world at that time, which is now the taller tower. And today it's still the third largest traditional lighthouse in the world. Visitors have to climb 365 steps to reach the top. and today we just don't have the energy. And it looks like a nice place to stop, although in places there are some no parking signs. We simply drift west and enjoy the sun and have a yak as we go. If anyone knows what these are, I keep seeing them on rocks. I'm not quite sure what they are. Maybe danger, I don't know. So definitely, if you're thinking of doing a similar trip and you're a fisherman, definitely bring your fishing gear.
But there's certainly around this sort of coast, there's lots of piers and deep drop-offs. I've seen many people catch fish as well. So if you're into just a bit of escapism for a few hours, or into fishing, then I should bring mine next time, that's for certain.
Because there's definitely things that aren't coming away with us again.
Yeah, obviously the barbecue's the bigger one. I know a lot of people be using the barbecue, but we just don't. You know, it's just the way we cook and the way we travel. So, and because of that, there's also the table. I think the fold-out table, which sort of goes cap in hand with the barbecue, in my opinion. The water container, I'll only bring on certain trips, I think. So I'm usually on an island where we might be maybe shops are a bit more spread out or a bit uncertain, so that may or may not come with us.
We had a whole list of things we weren't bringing, and now we're doing it to camera. We can't remember them.
Your products will be reduced down.
Oh yeah, my products. So on the island trip, I took them all in travel bottles, and on this trip I thought, what's the point? They don't actually take up that much more space. They do. So I'm going back to travel bottles.
We've also got a tray that we don't use because we used to dry so we've changed the way we wash and dry, so we just let them drain in the bowl. There's a all-in-one grater we're going to replace with a flat grater because it's difficult to clean.
Yeah, it's really annoying trying to clean the inside of it.
So that's going to go. I think the thing we've changed slightly is this time round I've actually taken out the freezer part of the fridge, which we haven't missed because we shop on this trip. We've been shopping on a daily basis, and that's been a lot easier on the fridge instead of just ramming it full of stuff. Yeah.
Stu has seen a German battery en route, so we decide to go and take a look.
Well, this location challenged us a little. We understand it to be built by the German Navy and did open fire on D-Day. With many of the casements blown up, we assume by the Allies, you can see that the sea has gradually started to claim them back. In recent years, graffiti artists seem to have covered many of the bunkers, and I have to say many of them were really good, which is why this challenges us a little, with it being a historic site that has now been covered up in what for us is striking modern day artwork. Either way, the setting makes you want to explore the structures to find out what has been painted.
now we're hot. So we decide to head up for a Parkup that Stu's already identified. And on the way we came across a service point, so we take the opportunity to empty ourselves, so to speak. As we get closer to it, the streets and the roads start getting closer to Harry's wing mirrors. And it's certainly not for motorhomes.
Clear. What do you do? Stu. Just go very slow with it. Do you think you ought to put the wing?
Shit.
We're screwed if we make something to do.
There's a bigger van down there than us.
Oh, okay, you're going very, very close. Oh, could you just slow down a little bit? I can't breathe. If there's another way, can we go out that way?
No. Anyway, again? No.
You said it wasn't a one way in, one way out.
No.
Well, I live here now. Yep, this will do
I'll be
it.
here. Turn around.
I can't believe they made it through there. Yeah. Well, we could stay for a couple of hours, or is that just defeating the object of the park?
Go and find a good park where then we can relax in.
Yeah,
So if we go in, I'd rather go than
yeah. No, that's never going to do. It's just a bit too close.
In hindsight, we think we could have stayed here, but we decide to move on.
Now, unfortunately, there's one way in and one way out, and we're just about to try it again. That was very uncomfortable. My...
I just want to get through it
No, I want to get through it, but
before a car bumped.
Yeah, I know that, but you seem to take it a bit fast.
I didn't hit anything.
No, you didn't. Amazingly, you were so near you were so near that we've just passed. Oh, I'm so sorry, Harry.
Just a bramble, wasn't it?
Yes. Into
This was fair.
panic mode.
I wonder how many times they get smacked.
That's easy. I would not like to live here and see some of the things that must go past.
And I have to say that the coastal road to Cherbourg is a really pretty one. As we pass through Cherbourg, it's seen to be a busy industrial location and port areas, although I am sure there is an older centre there somewhere. And it looks like there's a lot of road projects going on.
There's only 2 spots at this next Parkup we're looking at, and Stu's convinced the guy in front's going for one of them. Okay, come on, we're get in front of him somewhere. This is the only time out of all the times you've said it that I actually agree with you.
Go on, go on, get it!
Oh, stop, overtake.
Oh, yes, goodbye.
With our main competitor now behind us, we get to our target Parkup.
I'd laugh if there's just one spot left.
Well, technically you should give it up to them.
What, you want me to?
Don't have this one motorhome.
But unfortunately, the Parkup gods are not with us today.
No. Well, I think that's it.
And it didn't feel like it could take two vehicles.
It's just going to be a parking sign, for sure.
No, it's a road.
No.
So you said you want to park over there? Okay. He's turned round, so I think there might be one more space.
Target stop-off number 2 was also abandoned because it was down this dusty, narrow track. And once again, Harry's short length allowed us to do a 3-point turn. I had seen in the distance a few vans parked up, so we take a punt and our luck was in.
I mean, by the time we go past that picnic, then I'll have finished the picnic.
What's she going to do now?
No, she's parking.
No, she's not.
And we managed to squeeze in knowing that the cars would eventually leave.
I mean, they could technically just really... No.
There was actually a park for night place on the next side road down that we'd noticed, but this will do us nicely.
So we finally found a Parkup just to the west of Cherbourg. It wasn't on park for night actually, we just happened to, Jane saw some vans in the distance and we followed our nose down a track, and there's probably enough for 4 spaces. No signs you can't be here, so we're here.
This was a perfect place to finally grab a late lunch of the usual.
Nice.
Yep.
Normal service. Is this channel 1?
Turn it over.
With the temperature rising, we had the 2 sliding doors open in Harry, which we love to do. And we make the most of sitting outside and entertaining ourselves.
We just come up with a game. First one to get it into that pond down there.
That one there.
Right, you go first. No, that's going without bouncing. Game over.
Bloody hell. Oh, hold on, I'm at a disadvantage. I'm holding the bloody camera.
A quick walk over the rocks proved a little challenging.
You are.
What?
I was flying.
As the rocks were really sharp.
A big pool.
I'm sure I've managed to lose Stu in the rocks. He was literally in front of me 2 seconds ago. Oh, here he is. It's Wally. Yep.
But you can't beat a bit of rock pool watching. Is that a crab? Yes it is. There he is. He's trying to play. Not dead, but...
We started to get a bit serious about it.
Well, I've only got a week and I'm trailing.
A quick game of rummy cub and a superb French sausage and mash sees the day out. And with the evening sun lighting up the bay, it's a perfect end to what was a cruising day in Harry.